All right, welcome everybody. We're going to be doing a comparison between Doue and Yamal. I thought it'd be a good one to do because they're both extremely talented young players, probably the two best young players in the world. And yeah, so I got a little chart again, chart. And let's do it, bro. Look at this chart I made, bro. So yeah, so Doue has played 55 games and 24 starts. Yamal, 55 games, 51 starts. Their goals are really similar. Doue's got 15 goals. Yamal has 18 assists. Doue 16. Yamal has 25 assists. So let's get into like the real kind of numbers that matter here. So with Doue, we have goals per 90 minutes. He's got 0.49. Yamal goals per 90 minutes has 0.36, so a little bit lower than Doue. Doue assists per 90 minutes at 0.52, and Yamal assists per 90 minutes 0.49, so very close on the assists, almost identical when it comes to their assist per 90 minutes. So yeah, it's interesting. You know, Doue is has better goals per 90 minutes, which is interesting. He also kind of floats around more. He doesn't always play on the right wing. Sometimes he'll play up top. He'll play on the left. I mean, he kind of just floats around, and it's a pretty good comparison, I would say. PSG and Barcelona both have probably the two best attacks in Europe and in the world. So it's a pretty good comparison. Both teams are similar in terms of midfield and strength. I would say PSG has a better defense, obviously, making it to the final. And yeah, when you have to pick one, you know, it's difficult because Doue, you know, obviously had the man of the match MVP in the Champions League final. He scored 2 goals and got an assist, so that's hard to ignore. You know, whenever I've seen Doue play, he's always very dangerous. His touch is always extremely on point. He just has a good flow with the rest of his team. I mean, he's extremely fast, extremely athletic, and has a lot of flair too, a lot of dribbling skill. Reminds me of Neymar almost, how he, just his level of flair. And, you know, Yamal's kind of the same. I mean, Yamal is a creative player, a player who has an immense amount of dribbling ability, finishing technique, very, very fast. Yeah, they're very similar. They're very hard to like pick between, you know, if you were to pick one or the other. You know, I watched Yamal play against Inter, and he just absolutely terrorized their team like I haven't seen a player do in a long time. Yeah, I would probably, if I had to come down to it, I'd probably end up picking Yamal, just very, very slightly. He does start more games. You know, Doue is more of a rotation player, but that's just because that's kind of PSG's way they play. You know, they have about 5 really, really good attackers that they have in rotation. You know, the two who are on the bench more is you know, Barcola and Ramos, but you know, he's kind of in rotation with those two, and you know, Dembele and Kvaratskhelia, however you say his name, is pretty locked down in their position. But yeah, you know, they're both clutch players. I both see kind of players that you know, turn up in huge games. You know, you could say Yamal went out of the semifinal, but you know, I look at a lot of that as just Barcelona's defense. You know, not holding up their end of the deal there with the game, just letting in 4 goals against Inter. So they're both clutch players. They're both extremely elite level players. But if, you know, you press me to like who you're gonna, you know, who would you sign right now, it would probably have to be Yamal, but only slightly. Doue would be next up in line for me in terms of players that you would be looking to sign for a team to just take your team to the next level, to just make your team extremely dangerous. I mean, you look at a team like Arsenal, I mean, they would never get Yamal, but I mean, maybe he would if he wanted to go to the Premier League. But you add Yamal or Doue to Arsenal's attack, and I mean, it just completely elevates the entire team. Now, a lot of Arsenal's problems were more so like just the slow kind of system that they played, and even like players like Doue and Yamal might even find it difficult to play in that kind of system. But so yeah, that's the video, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Also dropped a new album, and check that out if you like hip-hop music. It's a pretty chill hip-hop album, 8 tracks, 22 minutes, nice and short, sweet, and more to come musically, and more to come in terms of videos like this. I'll probably be switching it up with content and what I talk about, but expect more content. So
lane through the shine and the rain, I still kept it legit. Day to day, that's just a way that I live. I am who I am and I ain't ever switch.
Yeah, y'all get the gist. Fanny the kicks, I'm live at the bar, I'm taking some mints. I pay for the bands, no changing the friends. I walk in the building, I came with the wins. I'm making the list, stacking the team like I play for the Knicks. June Fest, we're taking a trip. Man, what else is new? We came with a zip, she making the tips.